Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Chainlink. It's terrible, terrible performance against Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the US dollar. We're going to do kind of just a market update on Chainlink, um, seeing as the dust kind of has settled with Bitcoin at the moment right now, getting back to its 20-week moving average ever so slightly. Let's assess the damage for Chainlink, and where do we see it going from here? So. Chainlink is down quite a bit from its local peak on in November. We have dropped about 28-29% against Bitcoin. The move from Ethereum has been quite the same in terms of how it looks. Oh, down 40% against Ethereum. And by the US dollar, we're currently trading at the $20.75 from the local peak of $38 back in November, dropping about 46%. Um, so things have not been looking good. But on the flip side, when we look at the weekly against Chainlink in the US dollar, you could see that we've kind of almost hit a double bottom here, right? We wicked down back down to about $15, which was the bottom that we had back in July, which got us to rally to $38. So we've wicked to that. We bounced up and we're kind of trending back right now. We're up about 6% against the US dollar, which is good. But this is something to keep in mind. When we look at Bitcoin, we're talking about how you could see that another bottom has been met, right? We've hit this bottom here, back in October, and we're currently there right now. So you could see that a downward line of resistance that's holding the price of Chainlink against Bitcoin down, but we're kind of bouncing back up periodically from this level of 39,000, almost 40,000 satoshis. So this is a sign of strength, I think. You can't have the argument to say that the more times you hit a level, the weaker it becomes, which is, I guess you could also say that, but that only makes sense and if we break through it, right? We have yet to break through it over the course of almost a year, or pretty much a year, over a year. Sorry, we made this first bottom back in May of 2020, and here we are, December 2021, and we're still holding this line. So it'd be quite interesting to see going forward what it kind of looks like, by the end of the year. Hopefully, Q1 is good for altcoins, which historically it is, especially when we take a look at Ethereum. It's been especially good for altcoins. So we have less than a month left to go until Jan 1, and we'll see how it goes. When we look at Ethereum, the valuation against Ethereum, I made the claim that Chainlink is now in a very good spot to buy against Ethereum. We are now below 30 on the RSI. It's technically considered oversold, and it could be a time for people to consider buying. I know I don't think a lot of people will be buying, because for I think for most people they bought at the top, buying like $30 plus. So it's not necessarily in their best. They think it's in their best interest to buy an asset that has been depreciating over the course of the full year. But I'd like to show you that on the monthly. This is the monthly on Chainlink. We see this level here, that Chainlink just moved sideways for months. Okay, and we were fighting against this line of resistance essentially. We are above it now, but we're coming back to it. It's going to result in, I think, another 20% ish drop. Yeah, 20% drop to get back to that level against Ethereum. But considering how strong Ethereum is compared to Bitcoin, this could actually happen where we come back down to this level, and then this is when we hope to hold it. Okay. Keep in mind that it doesn't have to hold it. I mean, I'll be the one first to admit when I'm talking about, say, Uniswap, where we saw Uniswap wick to this level here against Ethereum, and I made the call that it should hold, or very likely to hold. The RSI is low. This is an ideal place to have a bounce, and then Bitcoin crap the bed, right? So it did not play out the way I thought it would, and that could happen with with Chainlink as well. But I'm still holding my cards tightly to the chest. I'm still holding my Chainlink. So I'm still bullish on Chainlink regardless of what the price action is. I think Chainlink will have its day. It could be within next year. rather than, in the next couple of weeks or so. And that's kind of what I would be expecting considering where Bitcoin is at the moment. I mean, it's fighting to get above its 20-week moving average. And we're right to it right now, almost. But again, it's quite difficult, I can imagine, for people to be buying in this position, uh, considering whatever has happened. But I would say that uh, what's the saying? Um, Fortune favors the brave. So, call it what you like, catching a falling knife, buying the dip. They both mean the same thing, but with different perspectives. For me, it is buying the dip. It is buying the dip. You can't make the rule of saying, wait until Bitcoin gets back above its 20-week moving average until considering buying altcoins. But regardless, Chainlink has become a very, very undervalued asset in my opinion. Um, and so that I think it will have another run, and it is a good thing to buy in my perspective, right? As I think for many other altcoins that I look at, like Ethereum, Uniswap I think is undervalued now. Celsius I think is undervalued to some degree. Um, VeChain, I'm going to start talking a lot about VeChain now, considering we're back in the buy region, and I do have a position now. I now think that VeChain is a very good buy against Ethereum, etc. So, with Chainlink, it's that Olympus has fallen essentially. Like I think this is people are saying that Chainlink is over or Chainlink is dead. I'm sure they've been saying that for quite some time now, but I think it's at these critical moments of despair is when assets surprise people. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.